this monumental day at Northwest. You might have thought that we were coming together this morning to look at a blue barn. But what we have truly come here to do is to celebrate a beautiful partnership between family, school, and community. In fact, we know that this little blue barn is a great big testament to the dedication of our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, our teachers, our community organizations, and our local businesses, to the students of Northwest Lawrence Elementary School, and to the students of Lawrence County. It is because of you that this new outdoor learning lab has been made possible. How exciting for the current and even future students of Northwest to have a place to experience firsthand how to care for animals, how hard work and communication lend themselves to productivity, and most importantly, for us old teachers at any rate, most importantly, how exciting it is that you have given these children the opportunity to see math and science at work, not in a book, but in real life, through cultivation of vegetables, through study of what animals eat. How much food does it take to fill old Ozzie the pig up anyway? Through animal interactions and through the problem solving that comes along with farming and animals each and every day. Again, we welcome you to this grand opening of the Little Blue Barn, and without further ado, I would like to get this celebration started with a special musical presentation by Northwest's very talented 4th and 5th grade choir called the Melody Makers, who are under the direction of Mrs. Catherine Peacock. Welcome.
Fix it with, Liza. You don't see any plumbing putty lying around here, do you? Henry, use the straw over there.
Straw? How's that gonna help? And besides. Cut it with, Liza? My teeth?
No, Henry, use the hatchet sitting there.
I suppose that will work. Only problem is...
The hatchet's too dull, dear Liza, the hatchet's too dull, dear Liza, too dull. So sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. So sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, sharpen it.
Liza, do you see a grinder wheel around here in the way, or how am I supposed to...
Use the stone, Henry.
I suppose that will work. Only problem is...
The stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry. So wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. So wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, wet it.
And what exactly shall I wet it with, Liza? Goat's milk?
No, use water.
Well, that's a great idea. I'll just go and get something that'll,
With what shall I carry it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I carry it, dear Liza? With what? Use the bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Use the bucket, dear Henry, bucket.
At last, some useful advice from you, Liza.
Well, I thought you could use some help.
Yes, sorry, there's just one problem with that.
And that is?
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
It'll never hold water again.
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Call Mr. Appliance for a speedy expert service. Or your appliance is not performing correctly, call 309-5960. Mr. Appliance of Dublin is your go-to company for dependable quality appliance service. Our experts are committed to delivering exceptional results in a timely manner, whether you need repairs, replacement parts, or general maintenance. Technicians are available on your schedule and always provide courteous, respectful, and quality work every time. Our technicians always explain and ensure understanding so you'll never encounter surprise fees. Trust Mr. Appliance for residential and commercial repair, service, and maintenance. Call 309-5960. That's 309-5960. 309-5960. Serving Dublin and the surrounding area. Mr. Appliance and Speedy Expert Service, a locally owned and operated franchise.
The Barn Opening by Lorelei Mullis. For so long we waited and dreamt of this great day. We are so happy now that thanks we'd like to say. Oink, I am the pig. I truly love it now. This barn, it is so comfy, I really can't calm down. Gobble, we're the turkeys. We love this barn indeed. A place to run and play, and then come here to feed. Hee-haw, I am the donkey. It gets so hot, you see. I'm glad to have this barn to put some shade on me. Moo, we are the goats. This place you're here to see is really something great. How could you not agree? Bawk, we are the chickens. Agree with you, we do. It is not the same with this brand new barn of blue. Hello, we are the students. We all are so relieved. Our animals are safe and cozy. Thank you, NWLE.
JT Dean and the principal here at Northwest. I'm so excited to be here this morning for the opening of our Little Blue Barn. This represents a lot of hard work. Miss Wilkes moved in the ag program about 3 years ago in the 2021 school year. From the very beginning, she's always had a plan for the program and where she wants it to go. I don't think the barn is the last stage. I believe we've talked about adding additional outdoor classroom space, gardening space, reading gardens. And so she's always had a great plan, and she's always moved forward when she's ready to move forward. When we first started the program, we started out with a few goats. I believe the first group came from the local city of Dudley. Picked up a couple extra goats from some staff members and Lawrence County teachers. And you know, if you have boys and girls goats, you very quickly have lots of goats. So at that point, we started talking about, you know, our animals are growing. We're going to need a space to store some of this stuff. People in the community started calling and offering up animals. You know, I have a mini horse, or I have a cow, or would y'all like a pig, and all this different thing. And we're like, well, we'll get them when we're ready. And so I believe Ozzy was our first pig, and now we have 4 pigs. Last year we got a local petting zoo we picked up from a local family. And so now we have turkeys, ducks, chickens, pigs, goats, a donkey, and a cow. And I keep hearing about a mini horse. I'm not sure when we're going to get the mini horse, but I'm sure we'll have a horse to join our farm and our collection of animals very quickly. So this morning I kind of want to talk about very briefly how we got here and kind of how the vision led to what you see behind us. In 2021, we had a huge booster-thon. Booster-thon is our big spring fundraiser. It was our first year back from COVID, and we didn't really know, you know, what the results of that fundraiser would be because we had a sort of crazy year the year before. The community came out, huge support, and we brought in profits of over $50,000 for that 2021 booster-thon. We talked about looking at a barn at that point, but we kind of said we're not quite ready yet. We don't want to move forward, and Ms. Wilkes is always great about we don't move forward until we're ready, until we know what the next step needs to be. And so that money went to different projects around the school, supporting teachers in the classrooms. A large chunk of it went to our new LU interactive system in our PE class, which we are finally getting up and running. That was about $25,000. We're so excited to have that kind of money coming in from our community and the support of our PTO program. So last spring in 2022, we officially said we are ready for this barn. And so we made it our goal. Our goal was $50,000 for the construction of a barn, and I believe we brought in a little over $60,000. We actually brought in a little over $77,000, but we don't keep all of that money. Some of it goes to the Booster-thon program. So when we brought in over $60,000, we knew at that point we are ready for the construction of this barn. I can't say enough how thankful we are for the support of the community. With funds like that, you cannot do it alone as a school. It's parents, community members like who we have here, family members, and of course the students going out and encouraging their family members to support their school. Northwest has never had a problem. When we have a goal or a mission and we ask our community for support, they always come out and they give us exactly what we need. And what you see behind you is just a representation of that. It is sort of the ending of a vision that Ms. Wilkes had 3 years ago. We are so excited to see where this program is going to go and what it's going to mean for our students and future generations of students, because this barn is going to be here for a long time and it's going to serve many generations of Northwest students. So we're excited for what it holds. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Randy Gay. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Randy Gay, and I'm the CTA director for Lawrence County Schools. So I kind of oversee all of your vocational classes for the county. And 3 years ago, we was able to bring elementary ag to all of our elementary schools throughout Lawrence County. And I just want to thank Mr. Clifford Garnto, our superintendent, and our Board of Education for agreeing to do that, because anytime you start a new program, you have to hire a new teacher. And, you know, with that comes, you know, budget and money. So I just want to thank our superintendent and our board for supporting that program. And then we had to find a teacher. Well, we're talking to Mr. Dean. He said, I think I have the perfect person for that, and that's Robbie Wilkes. And I just want to thank Ms. Wilkes for the job that she's done. She's done an excellent job of taking this new program and turning it into what we have. And I look for great and bigger things coming out of Northwest. She asked me, and she said, hey, I think I want to build a barn. Because, you know, Southwest had a barn that they had. And she said, I think I want to build a barn. And I said, okay, how you want to get the money? And she said, well, I'll raise the money if I can build a barn. So through her efforts and through the Northwest Lawrence PTO and the parents and y'all supporting this program, what we have today is a great looking barn that we have. And it's been an effort throughout for everybody. You know, our maintenance department, Mr. McKinley Kemp, sent his guys over here to do the electrical, the construction class at West Lawrence High School, constructed the barn doors for us. The West Lawrence High School ag classes, constructed a fence. So it's been a joint effort, and I just want to thank everyone that's contributed to it. And at this time, I think Ms. Wilkes has got a lengthy little speech she wants to. I told her I was going to pick on her. Ms. Wilkes.
It's time to get in those plots. 5-way deer mix, 3-way econo, 4S Harvest Advantage, oats, rye, rape, peas and beans, and clover. Don't forget to pick up your spreader and some fertilizer when you head out the door. Need a new feeder? Roach Farm and Garden carries Boss, Buck, and Moultrie, Spin, and Gravity. Even got them that hold 600 pounds. That's a lot of feed. Speaking of feed, Roach Farm and Garden carries 4S Draw, FRM, Wild Game Innovation, and even Antler Extreme. Whole kernel corn, corn on the cob, pick up your salt blocks, and even have trophy blocks. Don't forget, Roach Farm and Garden carries trapping supplies so you can take control of your property. It's right next to the 4S Draw. You need something to cook your game? Roach Farm and Garden has grills, griddles, fryers, and smokers. Roach Farm and Garden carries a full line of patio furniture, flags, wind chimes, and bird feeders. Don't leave out of here with some holy boots and shoes. We got a full line of Carhartt and Georgia boots. Bring the whole family, because there's something for everyone at Roach Farm and Garden. 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Garage and Overhead Doors. We're excited to announce our new company that we've started. We can provide for all your industrial and residential garage door needs. We can sell you new ones. We can also service the ones that you have. We're a complete dealer of all garage and industrial door needs. So give us a call at 478-676-2661 or come see us at 371 Georgia Highway 338 in Dublin. Look forward to doing business with you.
I first want to thank everybody for coming out today. I know that some of you have traveled from near and far, but it's super important to me and to the students that you all have taken your time to come here today. When people ask what I teach, whenever I tell them I'm a teacher and I reply with elementary agriculture, there are many follow-up questions. Elementary agriculture, they have that now? How did you get into that? Did you grow up on a farm? Are you from around here? And the list goes on. So to answer some of those questions today, no, I am not from around here. I grew up in a small town right outside of Savannah, Georgia, called Springfield. I grew up on a hobby farm where my daddy planted seasonal gardens, raised chickens, and a few cows and horses. Little did I know at the time, but all of those times my parents had us pick squash, dig up potatoes, put up vegetables, feed up the animals, that my parents were preparing me for my future career. This may also sound like another way for parents to get their kids to do their dirty work, and that's exactly what I thought at the time. Aside from working on the family farm, I was a member of the 4-H and FFA, where I competed in speaking contests, poultry judging contest, showed cattle, and held officer positions. So yes, I do have an agricultural background. After high school, I pursued a degree in teaching and became a teacher. I learned that in part with academics, students need experiences. In my opinion, experience is where lifelong learning occurs. Being from rural Georgia, we often take advantage of the experiences that we encounter each and every day. I was one of the lucky ones that grew up with a world of experiences literally at my fingertips. Each of my experiences with digging potatoes, shelling peas, walking my show cow around after a long afternoon of softball practice, and competing in various FFA competitions has taught me the importance of work ethic, responsibility, and sustainability, life skills that I strive to instill in my students each day. If anything about what has happened in our world over the past 3 years has taught us anything, it's that the agricultural industry is underappreciated and that work ethic, responsibility, and sustainability are more pivotal now than they've ever been before. Agriculture classes at the middle and high school have been in schools for many years. These classes teach many life skills, and while those programs are important, the presence of this class in an entire elementary school that reaches children from ages 5 to 11, where their minds are like sponges, allows these skills to develop sooner, as well as developing a desire for learning that they may have never had before. In our classes, we are teaching students where their food comes from, and it's not from Walmart, how to grow and care for crops, how to preserve foods and the importance of preservation, how to use tools such as tape measures, hammers, screwdrivers, and all of these tools safely, how to incorporate what they are learning in their classrooms to the world around them, soft skills such as problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and communication. We are also teaching them about agricultural careers that expand further than the farmer and his tractor. And everyone, not just children, need to understand that truck drivers, mechanics, farmers, pharmacists, butchers, grocery store managers, bankers, teachers, and so many others play a huge role in the agricultural industry. The earlier students know these things, the more appreciative they become for the world around them. Agriculture is for everyone, and that's what I love about teaching it. Regardless of a child's diagnosis or their learning abilities, there is something for everyone in ag. The future of agriculture is in our elementary schools. Southwest Lawrence, along with us here at Northwest Lawrence, we're part of 24 other elementary pilot program schools in the state of Georgia. After 3 years of being a part of the pilot program, Governor Kemp signed the House Bill of 1303 that permanently expanded agricultural programs into elementary schools. Georgia is the first state to implement agriculture classes at the elementary level. Lawrence County students are fortunate to now have an elementary program in all 3 of our county schools. So thank you, Mr. Garnto, Mr. Gay, the board members, for believing in this program as much as us as the teachers do. I'd also like to take this time to thank a few people specifically who were monumentous in making this program and this building possible. Ms. Lynn, thank you so much for encouraging me throughout this process, for being in my corner and supporting me along the way. And when I didn't think things could get done, you were a phone call away to the right person at the right time. So thank you so much. JT, thank you so much for trusting me 100%, that no matter what idea or plan I came to you with, you always said, hey, sounds good, go with it. Miranda Mathis, PTO officers and parents of NWLE, thank you for believing in this program, understanding its importance, and providing the students of NWLE with this opportunity. Mr. Joe and Miss Brenda, who are part of our custodial staff, they have been at my every beck and call. No matter what I asked them to do, they would always say, "Whatever you need, teenager." That's their nickname for me. They say I look like a teenager, so I'm just going to keep rolling with that nickname. My husband and my kids for putting in countless hours after work and after school and on the weekends for helping me with my honey-do list, not just at home, but here at school as well. I also need to thank Mr. Randy and all the programs from the high school all the way down for helping support us with this project, from the doors to the fence to everything, the maintenance. I appreciate all that you've done. Mr. Robbie Jones from Bluestone Carports is the salesman from, here he is right here. He helped me with all my architectural questions and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for helping us design a barn that was just right for us. And then I want to also thank Mr. Billy Hughes and Miss Krista Steinkamp from the Georgia Department of Education and the work they have put in over the past few years to make elementary agriculture possible for students all over the state of Georgia. Thank you all, and without further ado, we're going to open the doors to the barn, and you all may come in and check it out. Thank you.